Hi guys, welcome back. Today's workout is 4 times. We have an ascending rep scheme from 10 reps all the way to 20. So you're going to add 2 reps every round. So you'll start with 10, you're going to go 12, 14, all the way up until you get to 20. There is going to be a time cap today though. So at 12 minutes, no matter where you are in the workout, you're going to call it good there. That's as far as you need to go. Unless you can beat that time cap, awesome. So the 3 exercises for today is going to be mountain climbers, and we're going to have a floor press and power cleans. So you'll need, ideally, 2 dumbbells, but if not, we'll go over some options for that. That's totally fine. So the mountain climber is going to be on the floor. It's going to be each leg, so pulling it in and switching. Then after that, we have the floor press. You'll lay on the ground, pop these suckers up. Just go down until your elbows kiss the floor, and then press back up. You can keep your legs here or feet up. Either way is fine. To bring these down, I'm just going to bring them down just like so. And then for that last one, we have the power clean. So from the ground, you're jumping these dumbbells up, catching them in your front rack, bringing them back down, kind of like a deadlift. So those are those 3 exercises for today's workout. After that, we'll have Bulgarian split squats for our skill strength. To get through all that stuff and warm up for it, our warm-up is going to be just 5 minutes of moving, okay? So you'll start with 10 high knees. You're going to go into 10 bent over rows with whatever objects you have. You could use your backpack or dumbbells or whatever. Then there's going to be 10 jumps to a target, and then finally 10 dowel push presses, okay? So you'll just move through that. That's 1 round for 5 minutes. So there's not like an X amount that you have to do. However far you get through it is however far you get through it, okay? So what those movements each look like, the high knee is here. This is more of a step option, or you could be a little bit more vigorous with it or aggressive and more dynamically move through that high knee step. We'll do 10 of those. Then we have that bent over row. So you can use 1 object or 2. You're here in that hinge position, pulling into your belly button, pulling those elbows up towards the ceiling, okay? A little bit of squeezing those shoulder blades. That target ideally is 6 inches, but you can use whatever. You could use like a door frame if you have one, or we have rafters down here so I can just jump and tap it, okay? The higher it is, the more jump you'll get and have to use. And then finally, you'll finish with a dowel push press. So you'd have a PVC or a broomstick, and you would go through 10 push presses. So that push press is a dip, it's a drive, you finish with a punch overhead. So again, real quick, what it would be like is this here, bring it back down, jump and punch for those push presses. So it's going to help warm up our legs and hips even more for that workout. After that, we're going to go into some specific warm-up for these movements in the workout. It's going to be 5 reps of each thing. We're going to go through the mountain climbers and then progress through those other exercises as well. So that mountain climber, I might practice a couple where I do sticky reps. So I pull it in and get stuck, and then switch and stick, switch and stick, switch and stick, and then I might finish with a couple faster reps, okay? If you're doing more of the like lunge version or that groiner version mountain climber, it's the same thing. You're here, switch, 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 and then go into that more dynamic mountain climber version, okay? It's great to warm up, gets the shoulders going, belly, core, all that fun stuff. After that, we go into the floor press. So this is where you can either have 2 objects or 1. If you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you'll just hold it out in front of you. So we'll start up over your shoulders, bringing it down, and pushing it back up towards the sky. 5 reps here, nice and controlled. Make sure that you try and keep your shoulders pinned into the floor. If you're wiggling around while you're trying to push, that's dangerous. It's not very safe for you or your shoulders, okay? Finally, we'll practice those power cleans. So we'll do 5 reps without anything. So hands just here at the sides. You're going to drift down just past those knees. I want you to jump and shrug and then having fast elbows, they should turn over quickly. So what that'll look like is this, like so. So again, there's that jump and shrug with that fast turn over. Okay, guys, you can even practice. That is loud feet that everybody likes to make fun of. After 5 reps of that, then you'll grab your weight, whatever you're going to use. I have these 2 dumbbells here. You're just going to practice that as well. So this is more of a hang version. If you can get all the way to the floor, awesome. What that would look like if you only have one. I'm going to leave it up to you. You guys are kind of very aware of whether or not you should be doing 10 per side or 10 total. Either way, it's going to be 10 per side for those mountain climbers. But if you only have one dumbbell or kettlebell at home, I'm going to kind of leave it up to you to decide on if you do all 10 reps with one side and then all 10 on the other, or if you just want to do 10 total. You can alternate or whatever you need to do for that, okay? Same with the floor press. If you only have that one object, you just do 10 reps. Or if you want to go a little bit heavier, 10 on one side, 10 on the other, or alternate. It's up to you. Just make sure you keep track of all that different stuff in the notes so that you have a reference point for later, okay? So once you've kind of warmed up a little bit for that, your body's ready to go. We'll hit that workout, 12-minute time cap. After that, we have Bulgarian split squats. So these are pretty challenging, even without weight. You're going to need a chair, a bench, a table, anything that you can prop your foot up on. You'll have it up there, 1 foot out in front. This is very similar to a lunge. Just your rear foot, your back foot, is elevated, okay? Think about this back knee dropping down and back towards your toe. You don't have to touch the floor, especially if your object is up very, very high. You could even place a pillow or something down there as a target too. That's totally fine. Ideally, this knee is not falling in, and this back leg is not getting super stuck. We do want a lot of range of motion. It's like a single leg squat variation. So you'll do 10 reps on one side and then the other. If you want to load it, you can do that in a couple different ways. You can do like a suitcase carry, so where you just have your 2 objects here on either side. You can go with front rack too. And then if you have a kettlebell, you can just hold that up in like a front rack position here. So again, it's going to be 5 sets of 10 reps on both sides. So a lot of volume on those quads, okay? And the scales, again, this is very challenging, especially with balance and coordination, to just do it without any weights at all. If you do want to try it, and the balance is still very difficult, just grab your broomstick. It'll help you have something to kind of hold on to and balance. You can maybe get a couple extra inches there at that bottom repetition, okay? If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We're always here for you. Thanks.